Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dog, cats, and squirrels, or anybody who might want to listen to an old man like me. Hello, world. Hello, money. Hola, dinero. Hola, mundo. Man, get out of my way. I got a date with that end zone. Touchdown, Colorado. Fireworks, please. Colorado Buffalo. Buff Nation. Oh, you guys didn't hear me. I said Colorado Buffaloes. Buff Nation. I'm back. Standing on a tall stack. I'm only 5'5", but when I stand on this stack of money, I'm 6'8" and I'm real tall. You better start playing with me. I'm your host, Gerald Costello, and I'm back with another episode. Guys, I told you yesterday that I was going to come back in the next 2 or 3 days and talk about Julian Lewis, our superstar quarterback. 5-star superstar, and that's what I want to do, man. I want to get started. He's leading the title today. What I want to do is talk about Julian Lewis. Julian Lewis, guys, passed for over 10,000 yards in 3 seasons and still had 1 year eligibility left. He's supposed to be coming out in 2026, but he jumped up there and got all his studies done, and he graduated early. So he can come on over here to play with the Colorado Buffaloes, because we had him for the 2026 season, but he's coming for the 2025 season. And the top 2 quarterbacks in the nation is Bryce Underwood, which I'm going to be talking about later, and Juju Lewis. Bryce Underwood is number 1, and Juju Lewis number 2. Both 5 stars. And phenomenal quarterbacks. What you talking? I mean, phenomenal quarterback. Bryce Underwood was going over to LSU, but I'll tell you about that later. But he's now decommitted and going to Michigan. And I've got something to talk about that too. I got a little segment for him as well. All right, so I want to say again, and that was another school record. Juju Lewis threw for over 10,000 yards. And that's just only in 3 seasons with 1 year eligibility left. But like I said, he's supposed to be in the 2026 class, but he's coming into the 2025 class. He done did all his studies, graduated early, all that good stuff. Well, what you talking? Congratulations, Juju Lewis. Again, Juju Lewis passed for over 10,000 yards with 1 year eligibility left. So he probably would have put up another 5,000 yards in a season. That's just phenomenal for a quarterback like that, man. What you talking? Wow, man. You guys got to be jacked out of your mind from front to back for Juju Lewis. And make sure you go get that Juju burger, too. Yeah, man. Let's get that Juju burger going. All right. I digress. Let's keep it moving. Guys, I wanted you to know that the East-West Shrine Bowl game, they're going to be held on January the 10th. Got 6 players from the Colorado Buffaloes. They're going to be playing at the AT&T Stadium in Dallas. And we're going to be representing real well, man. We got 6 players. They're going to be representing the East-West Shrine Bowl game, January 10th at AT&T Stadium. You better stop playing with me. And let's call these names out right now. All right, we got Shiloh Sanders, Shadur Sanders, Jimmy Horn, Cameron Silver-Craig, Will Shepard, and Ajante Wester. Man, what a lineup for the East-West Shrine Bowl game. You better stop playing with me. I can't wait for that game. All right, so I'm going to digress and keep it moving. But remember, that's the East-West Shrine game, January 10th. All right, so if you guys pack your bags, get ready to go to that game and see your players. And then I don't know what bowl game we're going to have, because we're going to have a bowl game too. You got to stop playing with me. So we're going to keep our bags packed. You better stop playing with me. All right, I digress. Let's keep it moving. All right, from the NFL to Boulder, we got Sanders, Sapp, Sherman, and Livingston. And can you imagine that? We got 2 gold jackets, 2 Hall of Fame gold jackets. Then we got Pat Sherman, who used to coach Denver Broncos, was a great offensive coordinator and a great coach. I mean, I love me some Pat Sherman, man. I love his play calling. I love Rob Livingston play calling. He's our defensive coordinator. He came from the Cincinnati Bengals. He was our safety defensive coordinator from 2015 to 2023. And so, we got 4 from the NFL. That's Coach Sanders, gold jacket, Warren Sapp, Coach Sapp, gold jacket, Pat Sherman, and Ron Livingston. Pat Sherman's our offensive coordinator, doing a great job, and our defensive coordinator, Rob Livingston, doing a great job. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for what you're doing for the Boulder, Colorado Buffaloes. See, hello, world. You better stop playing with me. All right, I digress. Let's keep it moving. All right, man. Now we're going to go on to how did Deion fix Colorado. Well, he fixed Colorado by going from 1-11 to 4-8 to now we're sitting at 8-2 with 2 more games left to play before we head on into the Big 12 championship. So I'm looking at we went out 3 more games. We'll be into the playoffs, guys, the college football playoffs. All right, you ought to be happy about that, guys, because just remember now, just 2 years removed from a 1-11 season, and every game we was getting beat down by 29 points. Even when Coach Prime came in last year with the 4-8 record, it was on 2 teams that blew us out. That was Washington State and Oregon. Everybody else was one score was by 1 score, either a field goal or touchdown. With our terrible team we had at 4-8, we were still competing. You better stop playing with me. And remember, Coach Price said, don't let me get comfortable. Well, now I understand what the kickstand means. He said he done kicked the kickstand down. You know, like you got a motorcycle or a bicycle, and you put that kickstand up, that bicycle gonna rest and that motorcycle gonna rest on the kickstand. That's Coach Prime. He now sitting here in Colorado with the kickstand down. You better stop playing with me. I love it. I love it. All right, I digress. Let's keep it moving. All right, guys. I believe then Coach Prime from day one, when he came to Colorado and took that job, I believed in him from day one. As you know, guys, I'm from Tampa, Florida, and I've been following Coach Prime since 1985 out of high school right into Florida State. I never forget Coach Prime. He was one of the greatest talked about guys all over Florida when he was in college. We loved us some Deion Sanders, man. He was phenomenal. And for those who didn't ever see the highlights, and I know you probably seen the highlights with him in the pros, but go look at Coach Prime highlights when he was in college at Florida State University. You'll be jacked out of your mind from front to back. I mean, he killed it. He crushed it. He was off the chain. Nobody even threw in his area when he was in college like they did in the pros. He was phenomenal player. All right, so I believed in Coach Prime from day one. I still believe in Coach Prime, and I know what he's going to do with the Colorado Buffalo. He done turned this team around, and now all we're going to be doing is going to bowls and winning natties. We're going to bowls and winning natties. That's what we're going to be doing from here on out, because Coach Prime putting all the pieces in place to be very, very successful. I'm so proud of my Colorado Buffaloes. I'm proud of my fans, proud of all my staff, proud of everything that goes on in Boulder, man. You guys got it going on. You just don't know, man. Y'all better learn to appreciate Coach Prime, because he all that in a bag of chips. All right, I digress. Let's keep it moving. I want to talk about my 3 favorite people, guys, over there in Boulder, Colorado. And that's Coach Prime, Miss Peggy. Happy birthday, Miss Peggy. Your 100th year. Wow, 100 years young. I pray God let me stay around that long. My goodness, 100 years old? Man, that's a century, bro. That's a century. Wow, shout out to you, Miss Peggy. And shout out to you, Miss Roman Bean. I love Miss Roman Bean. She over there with the Denver radio station, TV station. And she interviewed Coach Prime every week. I think it's on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, some of that nature. For those you don't know Roman Bean, go check out Miss Roman Bean. ROMIBEAN. Roman Bean. I love me some Roman Bean. She always interviewing Coach Prime, and they got a beautiful bond and a beautiful relationship. I really enjoy that show. I mean, that's a great show. For those that have never seen that show, man, go look up Miss Roman Bean. You'll love her show. She really sits down with Coach Prime. She asks all the right questions. She asks hardball questions, and she don't do no softball questions, all hardball. And Coach Prime don't mind. He shares thoughts with her. It's a beautiful thing. All right, again. So I'm shout out to you, Coach Prime. Shout out to you, Miss Peggy, and shout out to Miss Roman Bean for the Denver news station over there in Denver, Colorado, and she covers all the Boulder sports program and Coach Prime's sports program as well. All right, so I digress. I keep it moving. All right, guys. I want to talk about Shadur and his show. He have a show called Too Legendary. And you know, when he did his show, I think the first person he brought on was Juju Lewis. And for those of you who never see Too Legendary show, Shadur Sanders show, go over there and watch that show where he was interviewing Juju Lewis. Because he was saying a lot of things I should have caught it. It was a lot of red flags I should have caught when Juju Lewis was coming to Colorado. But I wasn't thinking along those lines at the time. But yeah, he was talking up a whole lot of things about Juju Lewis. And Juju Lewis was giving us some hints then that he was coming to Colorado, but I didn't catch it. But for those of you like Shadur Sanders, go over there and watch his show. It's called Too Legendary. And him and Juju Lewis chopping it up. That was a great show. That was truly a great show. I think you guys will really, truly love that on top of the Juju Burger. Stop playing with me. All right, we're going to find a lot of things for Juju. You know that in both. I already know. He's going to have a big NIL deal. Man, his NIL deal is going to probably be bigger than Shadura's NIL deals. You better believe that. And we got one of the best quarterbacks in the country, man. Bryce Underwood and Juju Lewis are the two top quarterbacks in the nation. But Juju Lewis was been coming out for the 26th class, and he was going to be the #1 overall pick in the college recruiting show. But now it's Bryce Underwood. And I'm going to be talking about Bryce Underwood in a little bit here. But they are the two best quarterbacks in the nation, Bryce Underwood and Juju Lewis. And Bryce Underwood is the #1 overall pick in the recruiting class of 2025. And, man, I thank God for Juju Lewis, man. Thank you for coming over to Boulder. All right, so we're going to keep that moving, man. I want to talk about Coach Warren Sapp, the quarterback killer. Warren Sapp, defense done improved so much, man. And he said he's addicted to coaching, and he's doing a great job with that defensive line. Thank you, Coach Sapp, for coming to Colorado. Thank you, Coach Brian, for picking Coach Sapp to come to Colorado. Man, what a great, great individual. And he pouring his whole heart into these guys, man. He's showing them how to build a beautiful foundation on that defensive line. And we got a hell of a defensive line, guys. And we could plug and play. Bring people in. When they get tired, we put somebody else in. So we'll never fall off. That's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Coach Prime. Thank you, Coach Sapp. You guys doing wonderful jobs. Thank you, Coach Sherman. Thank you, Rod Livingston. You guys also doing great jobs. Our offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator, respectively. Thank you so much for coming to Colorado and turning this program around. I'm not the only one that's extremely happy. All the Colorado fans are extremely happy. They've been suffering for years, man. The Colorado fans been suffering for years for a drought that we just had nothing to do with. All we could do is just watch the drought every year, where Colorado was getting the heck beat out of them every single Saturday. But those days over, guys. Those days over. You now can kick your feet back and enjoy these victories that Coach Prime provided you. And I'm going to be sitting here helping you kick your feet up and enjoy all the games that Coach Prime providing as well. You better stop playing with me. All right, I digress. Let's keep it moving. Guys, I was just telling you about Bryce Underwood. Bryce Underwood, in his 2025 class, he was recruited to LSU. But Michigan offered him $10.1 million to come to Michigan with an NIL deal. And he did just that. He decommitted from LSU. And he now going over to Michigan. And that's a beautiful thing. Because, you know, I don't know his family situation. But you can imagine that his family loved to know that he's going to be getting $10.1 million. And that's going to change your life. That really change that young man's life, change his family life, and change all his loved ones' life. His grandmother, his grandfather. It's going to change everybody's life in his family. And he made a great decision. He decided to go over to Michigan and get that $10.1 million. It would be hard for a 17-year-old kid to turn down $10.1 million when you don't grew up all your life not having anything. You know what I mean? And now you're talking about $10.1 million. That can change some lives. Would you agree? That can change some lives. And congratulations to you, Bryce Underwood. Congratulations on that $10.1 million. Because I know I would have. Because there was a question asked, would you go to Michigan for that $10.1 million? Heck yeah. I'm 17 years old. Man, what you talking? Never seen that kind of money for in my life. Now I'll be a part of that? Yes, I'll definitely be going to Michigan. And congratulations to Michigan Wolverines for putting up that doggone ransom. Because that's a ransom. That's a ransom, bro. That's a ransom. $10.1 million. My God. Bryce Underwood, you hit the lottery. All right, I digress. You know what time it is. All right, it's that time. Tidbit information. Did you know? Did you know, guys, Deion Sanders' impressive TV audience? We had the biggest draw in the country all year long. And the viewership is through the roof. And I want to talk about that. Did you know the Colorado viewership this season against North Dakota State University, viewership was at 4.8 million on ESPN. And then versus Nebraska, 6.3 million NBC. And versus Colorado State University, 3.2 million on CBS. And then we got Baylor, 3.6 million on Fox. Then you got UCF, 4.1 million on Fox. And then you have Kansas State, 3.3 million ESPN. And then you got Arizona, 2.3 million Fox. And then you have Utah. Man, they must like broke the internet. 6.8 million on Fox. And then we had Texas Tech, 3.6 million on Fox. And the average viewership was 4.2 million per game. Let me say that again. The average viewership was 4.2 million eyeballs on Colorado per game. My Lord, what you talking? Man, that's a beautiful thing. Look at the viewership, guys. Colorado, man, everybody love Colorado. I ain't gonna say everybody, but there's a lot of people around the country love Colorado football. And as long as you got Coach Prime at the helm, it's gonna be a lot of people, and we're gonna add more every single day. We add more Colorado fans. What you talking? And I'm enjoying every minute of it. But that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little entertainment. But before I go, to the world, you might be one person, but to that one person, you just might be the world. And people don't care how much you know until first they know how much you care. And there's always room at the top. And I won't see each and every one of you at the top. I'm going to see each and every one of you over the top until we speak again. Colorado Buffaloes! Buff Nation! God bless you, God bless your family, and God bless the United States of America, and God bless the Colorado Buffaloes until we speak again. Have a great day, everybody.
Man, get out of my way. I got a date with that end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! Fireworks!